Good evening, my friends. I want you to know that recovery from limbic impairment is a relationship. Recovery in general, it's a relationship. It's not a technique. What that means is you take a program, you learn the process of neuroplasticity, you follow the program as much as you need to until you get the hang of it, until you start to understand what your unique brain and nervous system respond to best. You learn how to break up your visualization throughout the day in a way that benefits you best. You learn what kind of mood elevators are most effective for getting you out of freeze, out of fight or flight, for helping you be calm or joyful. What that is unique and different to each person. And one mistake I see a lot of people make is just doing what everyone else is doing or thinking that there is a right way to do this. There is not a right way to recover other than attuning to what your brain and nervous system respond best to and being curious and doing more of that. Follow the cues. You are the only person who's connected to your brain and nervous system and body and able to sense how they're responding to your tools and what's actually helping you get into relaxation chemistry versus what's creating stress chemistry and so forth. And that's it. That's the rule, is what's working to keep you in relaxation chemistry. That's the only rule. There's no other rule. And I so often see folks who will tell me, well, I read all these things on Instagram, or, everyone in the WhatsApp groups is doing this, or what, the program says to do this, and I must follow the program at all costs. But you are the program. There is no other program. Your brain and body need what they need, and you're the only person who can intuit that and sense that from your practice. So if that's you, if you find yourself looking outside of yourself to figure out what the right thing to do is, just stick with the basics and notice what your system responds to. Remind yourself that this is about you being able to sense what gets you into relaxation chemistry, and also what creates self-regulation, which is being consistently in rest and digest, which means we're not in trauma loops, which means we're not feeding symptoms, right? What that means is that you are able to rely on yourself, that you have a deep connection to what brings you joy, what's meaningful to you, what's calming to you, and that you're able to access that without needing other people to do so whenever you need it. So if you're using a lot of co-regulatory things, relying on other people or group things a lot, I see a lot of people whose main forms of mood elevation are through the WhatsApp groups. That's a great addition, but one of the biggest purposes of mood elevation in the process of recovery is to introduce you to the things that are you, that reflect who you are, that you love. And those are things you come back to again and again throughout your process. After recovery, in maintenance, those are the same things you're going to rely on to regulate yourself through stressful times. And if all of your mood elevation is recovery group oriented, you're not building a strong relationship to yourself. So that's a great thing to sprinkle in. Think of it as a condiment. It's great. It's fantastic. That accountability is fantastic. But at some point, it's important for you to build a practice around who you are, what you love, what you find regulating. And through this intimate and completely personal relationship you have to your own hardware. Love you guys.